If you guys are familiar with it, this is the LC2 model butt pack. Normally the military issue version is OD green. This one's black. It's made to military specifications. All the sewing and everything on it's real nice. So I did pick this one up at an Army surplus store the other day. I had been using an old canvas style one, but I really like this new one. The great thing about the LC2 is, in comparison to using like a Molly pack for this type of gear, is it does have the hookups here on top of the bag, so that way it distributes the weight well with the Y harness. Another thing that you might notice on the very bottom, which is a good shelter making device, and also to keep you dry should you be in the rain, is a US issue poncho. These ponchos are really nice. They're heavy duty, and they're real watertight. And even I've had mine out in briar patches and everything else and come out totally dry. And this is also a great shelter device because it has grommets on either of the corners. I highly recommend the US issue poncho. Also, it's in woodland camouflage, so I could use that for concealment purposes as well. We're going to go ahead and open up the butt pack, and I've got several main parts to it. First of all, wool socks and acrylic underwear, just some extra garments. When you're hiking, obviously you're going to need underwear and socks as a replacement. This is just a couple of pairs in there. Let's see. For cooking purposes, if a campfire is not an option for me, or if I'm moving quickly and I need to boil water or something like that, I've got an Esbit stove, which is always very lightweight. I've got 4 Esbit cubes in here. These can be divided in half, so technically I could burn the stove up to 8 times with these 4 cubes. Like we said, though, we're talking 72 hours, basically 3 days. I shouldn't have to burn this more than 3 times, hopefully. Talking about food, this butt pack mostly is right now handling a lot of food. Things like Cliff Bars, which give you good energy and good nutrition. I've basically included a couple of Cliff Bars, so I think I've got like 6 Cliff Bars for this pack, basically 2 a day. As a breakfast and maybe a lunch, or maybe a granola bar for breakfast, maybe a Cliff Bar for lunch. That's if I don't find anything in the wild to eat to supplement with this. And basically for each day I've included a large pack of this ready rice from Uncle Ben's and tuna packs, which is basically close to 7 ounces of tuna. Also, you can see what I've got here, and I've talked about this in my backpack food video, so you guys can kind of get a feel for that. But I've got tons of the stuff in here, enough to last me for 3 days. No, I'm not going to be completely full for 3 days. I might go a little bit hungry, but it's enough to sustain me with the Cliff Bars. And just in case I get in a hurry and I'm feeling a little bit down, I do have a bottle of 5-Hour Energy. Just something I threw in there the other day. It works pretty good. That's it for the food that's in there. Now, the heart of my butt pack is actually, this is a box I think I've had for a while, some tool or something I bought. I think it was the Gerber tool. This came with it. But basically what I've turned this into is a storage center for all the smaller gear that goes in the butt pack. Keeps it organized, and as you can see, it doesn't rattle around the way I've got it packed in here. But there's some pretty essential items in here. On the inside of the lid, you can see I've just kind of taped in place. Again, I'm big on hygiene, so a couple of the new disposable toothbrushes from Colgate. These have toothpaste and everything already on the brush. All you have to do is wet it and brush with it. I've got some snare wire in here, which is a multi-use item. Can be used for setting up a shelter, can be used for snaring, which obviously in a 72-hour kit, that's not going to be necessary. Safety pins, sewing needles. Also, to go with the sewing needle, I do have some thread just in case any part of my gear were to tear. I could make a quick repair for it. Let's see, I've got a microfiber cloth in a Ziploc bag, compressed real tight. This could be used for a lot of different things. It could be used for filtering water. It could be used for washing my face. So several different, it could be used to collect water with, several different possibilities with that. I do have a map. I'm not going to particularly show you what the map is, but it is a map of my total area that I would be traveling in with this kit. Bar of soap to go with my rag. Got it from my last hotel stay. This is my homemade tape stick. I've got 3 different types of tape on a tongue suppressor. I've got the 90 mile an hour or duct tape. Uh, I've got cloth medical tape here and some electrical tape, all of which can make quick repairs, things like that. If you're going to be hiking, especially if you're wearing boots that might not be broken in well, you're going to need moleskin. Make sure this is an essential item. You get a blister on your first day, you got 2 days to hike and you're in a hurry, you're gonna be in trouble. So you got to watch out for your feet. So I included a pack of moleskin in my kit. And one of the last things I think is real important, which is an excellent piece of literature. I've talked about literature on my website too. This is the military issue manual for survival, evasion, and recovery. And there's some really great tips in here for this type of kit. Basically, you're trying to hurry your way through and get to a safer location. This will tell you how to do that. This will give you a lot of really good ideas. So guys, if you hadn't read this one, make sure you pick it up. Survival, Evasion, and Recovery. So I keep that with me as well, just as a resource. Stick with me.